to try this intro again because I was way too much zoomed on my face and I didn't realize that. It's 12 p.m. right now, which means I should be reading because that's when I said I was going to start my 24-hour readathon, but I'm just going to film this quick little intro and jump into the reading. So, my main focus for this is going to be Sorcery of Thorns. Also, hello, I'm Ariel. Welcome to my video. My cat! Berlioz! What are you doing? I'm trying to upload a video right now. There's pictures of me. How embarrassing. Okay, wait. Okay, so clearly this might be an omen that this 24-hour readathon is not going to go as well as I hope. But wish me luck. I really want it to work. My main focus is going to be, as I said, should we just start over from the beginning? Hello, everyone. My name is Ariel. Welcome to my channel. I'm sorry that you have to look at this for 24 hours, but I don't plan on changing my makeup or my hair. Maybe my shirt. I want to make this somewhat interesting, so we might go to the pool or to the park, but I'm not going to put any makeup on, so you're just going to have to live with that. But, I mean, if you've watched any of my vlogs, you know what to expect, so thank you, love you, and good night, except not really. So, like I said, yeah, my main focus is going to be A Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. Everyone has been talking about it, and I want to be able to hype up with everyone else, so I want to be a hoe and read it too. An attention hoe, or attention whore. I am also in the middle of a Clockwork Angel, or not in the middle, but that's where I'm at with that. So I've been listening it to an audiobook and switching in between that. I watched that intro back of me vlogging on my DSLR and I decided we're just not going to do that. Bad angles, bad all around. I wanted the quality, but you know what? We can deal. You know, with this mess, we don't need it to be HD. But anyways, yeah, so I'm just going to film on my iPhone for the rest of the time. Try and fix this, but honestly I don't care. Am I going anywhere besides the pool? Probably not. But yeah. Here we go. Sorcery of Thorns. I'm already behind 5 minutes. What am I gonna do with myself? Wish me luck. So I have very poorly done up my hair, and I'm a little less than 100 pages in, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it so far. It is honestly giving me like Harry Potter vibes, like as far as like the magicalness, is that a word? The magicality, or the whimsicalness. And just Elizabeth as a character herself, and her friend like sneaking out. This is very early on. Like them sneaking out, just overall mischief. So I'm really enjoying it. I can see why everyone loves all the characters. Yeah, even where it's at right now, I can already tell that this is going to be a very highly rated read. And I was going to annotate it, but I decided that I kind of want to, I have a bunch of extra paints from when I did my TBR jar. And I know I was so heartbroken over the fact that I couldn't get, my cat is sending things over the table behind me, I can tell. But I was so like disappointed about not being able to get one of the special edition covers, like the one with the sprayed edges. So I was like, you know what, I've seen people do their own sprayed edges, and so I probably will do that after I finish it, and then that's why I don't want to tab it right now, because then it would just obviously be useless at that point. So that's my idea for right now. Gonna go out to the pool. It's really hot right now, so Nah. I also am bringing Clockwork Angel with me as well because I have it on audiobook, and in case people are obnoxious because it's like an apartment community pool, then I can just stick my headphones in and I'll listen to that. But I do plan on focusing most of my time on A Sorcery of Thorns. So yeah, that is my update for right now. It is a little past 2:15. I'm not super hungry yet, but I'm probably gonna go and grab something to eat after I leave the pool. So I will update you next time I see you guys. So I didn't stay at the pool for that long because there was people there, and there was like a couple that were really like good looking, and I look like this, and I was like, no. Normally I'm confident, but like when there's two people and they can talk to each other like about me, even though they're probably not talking about me. The other thing is that I also forgot a towel, which was just like my bad. So if I got in the water, like how was I gonna dry off? I did want to lay out, but like I knew what are the things? The little like layout beds were gonna be like blazing hot, so I was like, I just sat there and read for a little bit and then bounced. And I went and got something to eat. And so now it is currently like 4:05. And I feel like time is getting away from me, but my phone is about to die. So I'm going to go read in my room for a little bit. And yeah, that's about it. I'm not that much farther into A Sorcery of Thorns. So this 24-hour readathon might be a bust, but we're going to continue on strong. Alrighty. Okay, so I call this reading update completely throwing out my TBR that I posted and doing a new one because I'm not sure if, like the Book Junkie Trials, if you were supposed to read the books in the order of like you need your acceptable grade before you can move on to your exceeds expectations. And since I didn't realize that you had to read all three in the beginning, obviously starting with Spin the Dawn because it had a bird on the cover. I did not read the first two prompts before going straight for the O grade. So I wanted this month to be a month full of 5 stars, which I am very enjoying A Sorcery of Thorns. I think it's just Sorcery of Thorns, but I keep saying A Sorcery of Thorns, but it's just Sorcery of Thorns. I love it so much. I understand the hype so much. Nathaniel is bae. Silas is the Prince of Darkness. And Elizabeth is like, she's like a little sister that I never had. She's adorable. She gives me very much like Harry Potter vibes, like her character. Or even like a mix between all of the trio put together, because she's very book smart. She's brave at times, and she tends to go looking where she ought not to. So that's where I say that I'm getting the Harry Potter vibes from, is mostly from her character. But I didn't explain earlier that A Sorcery of Thorns, because now I need to do all of the grades, that is going to be my charms book for acceptable, which is to read a book with a gorgeous cover. Was that? Wait, I need to look. I don't know. I think that's what I needed, and then I move on to Harry Potter, which is a book between such and such pages. I need to double check that. I know it's counting for something, either my charms or my herbology read. I forget. But to make up for the fact that I kind of screwed up my Care of Magical Creatures grade, I have decided to rearrange my TBR for that. So I guess I'm not counting Spin the Dawn, even though I spent a good like day and a half reading that. But the books that I have chosen are pretty short. So I have for my acceptable was to grab onto A Dragon's Tale and read a story that begins with A. So this is A Dragon's Guide to the Care and Feeding of Humans, which this is by Lawrence Yep and Joanne Ryder, which Lawrence Yep, if you've watched my previous video, he also wrote Dragon War, which had Princess Shimmer of Dragons. So it's guaranteed to be a good time. I had never heard of this author before, and like I didn't even realize that he had wrote this, but I just noticed it right now when I was looking at it when I'm rearranging my Care of Magical Creatures TBR. I'm like, oh my god. I didn't even mean to pick up the same book that he wrote, but clearly this is a sign that the Dragon War is going to be amazing. So there's that. So this will be for my acceptable grade. And then for my exceeds expectations, I need to read a book that's less than 300 pages. Now, I've been claiming that this is my favorite book since the start of my booktube career, and this is, as far as I can tell, my all-time favorite book, aside from the Harry Potter series, obviously. This is Hick by Andrea Portes. This is 245 pages, and so obviously it counts for the grade. But I want to reread this because I read this 2 years ago. I absolutely fell in love with it, gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. But it's been a while since I reread it, and I'm pretty positive that my rating will stay how it is, and I will still feel the same way about it. But just want to reread it just to make sure, and since it is an all-time favorite, might as well read it in my birthday month, because I said I wanted to have a reading month of just 5-star reads, and since I already rated it a 5 stars, clearly I will stay true to my word, at least for this book. And then to make life easier for me, now my book with the bird on the cover will be, so grabbing onto Foxtails, read a book with a bird on the cover. This has a bird. This is Arcana manga. So I can clearly get through redo my Magical Creatures grade pretty easily, especially because I've read Hick before, and the Lawrence Yep book is very short. It's a middle grade book. And I also, for my charms, I've already read my graphic novel, but before that I have to complete a different book, which that was to read a book under, no, I think it was to read a graphic novel, that's what it was. But anyways, I'm replacing that because I read Groot with this. Yeah, and I think I need to figure out, I just know I needed to replace this with this. I read Groot, which I think is the Exceeds Expectations. Oh, the other one is to read listen to an audiobook, which, yeah, I can do later. I am listening to an audiobook right now with Clockwork Angel, but later on I'm going to be reading Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid for the Taylor Jenkins Read Along, which I have on audiobook, and I will probably strictly listen to that on audiobook. So that is what is going to count for that. So there's my updated TBR. Kind of a mess. I look like a mess. But, yeah. I should tell you, it's been a while since I checked in. It is 8:15, and I am on page 182, chapter 17. And like I said, I'm really enjoying it so far. I absolutely love all the characters, without a doubt. I'm getting so many Harry Potter vibes, and not in a bad way. Not in a bad way at all, as if this is nothing like Harry Potter, at all. But just the characters, like, you know their personalities, the writing is good when you want to compare it to that. That's like a big comparison to make, but for me, I think it holds up to that. Not quite to this status, but I can tell you, like I said, like I could see this being an all-time favorite. So, yeah, that's the update on that. I'm not really tired or hungry at this point, so I'm just going to keep on reading, which I've literally been in my room pretty much since I finished eating my lunch and have just been reading because I needed to charge my phone. So, yeah, so I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. So we'll see how far, and I'm not tired, so that's good too. As soon as I feel tired, that's when the coffee comes in. But yeah, so far doing good. Yeah. Okay, so I decided I want to take a break from Sorcery of Thorns and pick up one of my other books that I need to get done for my classes. And since I'm restarting again, I'm doing, this is my Aragog prompt with a book that starts with an A. And, you know, I went into this thinking that it was going to be a light, fluffy read. Well, I mean, I'm only 2 pages in already, and I feel like I want to cry. Because it talks about, literally the first page talks about losing a pet. And, you know how it literally starts out, it was a lovely funeral for Fluffy, the best pet I had ever had. And I was like, oh my god, what did I get myself into? And then the next page is talking about, like, how special this pet was. and she was such a special pet that I knew I could never find another one like her. I intended to bide my time, perhaps sleep for 20 or 30 years until the ache in my heart eased a little. Even then, I wasn't sure I would get another pet. Oh my god. Wow, my way to bring my heart out and just rip it in like the first 2 pages. Not even... So, this is really setting up kids for what to expect in life. This is so sad. I hope it gets better. I'm like, oh my god, we're really here right now? Oh, just so you know, this is about a pet dying in the first 2 pages, and it's breaking my heart. It is 12:45, so almost 1 a.m., and I am halfway through A Sorcery of Thorns. I'm not quite tired yet, although I feel like I just had like a large cup of coffee, so that's probably why. But I'm gonna go until I can't anymore. I was getting tired for a little bit, that's why I made the coffee. But now I've got my extra fan going, and I changed my ASMR background to something a little bit more chipper instead of something that was going to make me lull to sleep. But that is my current update. I stopped reading... my fingers. I stopped reading A Dragon's Guide to Take Care of Their Human... I forget what it is. Do you know which one I updated you on last? I read 70 pages of that, but I just wanted to get back to this. It was cute, but I thought I needed a break, but then I was like, no, I just really want to know what's going to happen next. I can't put it down. So that's how that went. But I'm just going to cuddle up in a burrito ball and continue reading. And I just love everything so much. I can see why everyone gave it so much hype. Honestly, the characters, I feel like I would die for each one of them. I love them so much. And I love that there's a lot of humor in this book, and like in a way that doesn't take you out of the world, but it's still... That's the thing that I feel like a lot of fantasy books kind of like glance over, is that they don't give us a lot of like upbeat moments. I think Cassandra Clare does a really good job of that, of providing us with that humor, that comedic relief. And so it makes us just care about the characters so much more, that like when we feel lows with them, it's because we've like grown with them and we feel like we're friends with them. And I think I love like good plots in fantasy, but I also love good character development in fantasy, and this one has that to a T. And again, they all have clear, distinct personalities, but I think those high moments make for the lows to be heart-wrenching and crushing. So I have a feeling that somewhere along the lines that might happen. I hope not. But I just adore all of the characters. Margaret Rogerson did a fantastic job at creating these characters and making them lovable. And with their flaws, it just makes you love them even more. So I ended up falling asleep for a little bit, and it is a little bit before 5, but I'm gonna read. I lit my candle. I'm gonna put some ASMR rooms on and continue. I want to make it to at least like page 300, which I think is very doable. So that is my update. My eyes are puffy because I'm tired, but not tired enough to stop reading. I took a little nap, but we're back in the game. Hey, I'm so awkward. Clearly, I am not okay right now. This book is tearing me to pieces. So, didn't expect that. Well, actually, you know, I was just talking about it, so maybe I did, but I didn't expect it to be like that. I'm not even done with it. There's still, like, a good chunk that I have left. I don't really know what's going to happen, but, like, something better get resolved with this right now, because I'm not going to accept what has just happened. Something better happen, or else I'm gonna be pissed. I mean, I'm still enjoying it 100%, otherwise I would not feel this deeply about what happened, but fucking hell. I don't even know what to say right now. I'm just like, this is too much. Okay, so it is currently 11 a.m. I fell asleep for a little bit. I've been reading for a little bit, but I wanted to take a break. I know that's not the point of a 24-hour readathon, but I'm kind of getting sad now that I'm getting towards the end of the book, because I just want it to last longer, and it's been a really long time since I felt about that book, but now I'm kind of depressed that I sped through it so quickly because I don't want it to end. And now I'm kind of delaying the ending, which is something I never do. But I don't want it to be over. And, like, I feel, yeah, I'm upset that I kind of read through it so quickly. I know I'm obviously going to reread it again because, like I said, I wanted to annotate it. I'm probably going to buy another copy of it, too, so I can write in it, which, again, is something that I never do in books. But this, I have to make an exception for. I am loving it so much with, like, every fiber of my being. And I am depressed that it's almost over. Like, I have that much left, and I want to obviously, like, read it because I love it, but I don't want it to be over. And so I know I have an hour left of this 24-hour readathon, but I, like, don't want to read it right now for that reason. And then I like how this 24-hour readathon is, like, me figuring out, like, my nudes TBR and basically throwing out that whole video in the trash, because I know I said I was going to use that dragon book, like the middle grade book, for my Aragog read, but because I love this so much, I am going to read Margaret Rogerson's debut novel for the Aragog prompt, which is An Enchantment of Ravens. And I know that one got mixed reviews, but I've seen a lot of people that I like really enjoy it, that I enjoy watching on BookTube, and I trust their opinions and recommendations. And plus, after this, I just need more of her writing. Like, possible new all-time favorite author, one of my favorites, definitely with this book. And then I posted on my Goodreads that the Elizabeth and Nathaniel's relationship is to, or how do you phrase that? Nathaniel and Elizabeth are to each other as Rapunzel and Flynn Rider are to each other. Like, that's their relationship dynamic, is, like, literally Elizabeth is Rapunzel, like, when she finally discovers the world, and Nathaniel is definitely Flynn Rider, just so smooth, so debonair, and just hilarious. And I said Silas is the horse, but I couldn't think of anything from that movie, because he's not really the chameleon, Pascal. Like, the horse is definitely the one that has attitude, although Pascal kind of has attitude too. I don't know, maybe he's like a mix of them both, because I can see a little bit of both of them in there, but I don't know. I just think, in my mind, I think that's, like, the perfect representation, because Elizabeth gives me, like, hardcore Rapunzel vibes from Tangled. And this is definitely, if I had to categorize, I know people do sorting videos all the time with, like, books, and I saw Sophie from Sophisticated Books, she does a series of, like, combination houses, and if I had to do that, I would definitely put this in Griffin Puff. I think that's why it speaks to me so much, is because I am a Griffin Puff, and we already know that my Leo self, if I can relate anything to me, then I'm going to love it. So this is a hardcore Griffin Puff, definitely to the max. So if you're a Gryffindor or a Hufflepuff and you want, or you're a hybrid of the two, I swear to God, read this book because you will feel connected to it. It is totally Griffin Puff. It's not Ravenclaw, it's not Slytherin, it is Griffin Puff, and I love it so much. Okay, well, it is now 12:07, which means my 24 hours are up. Have I finished Sorcery of Thorns? No, I haven't, but that is how much I have left. A subtle, 75 pages left? I don't want it to end. To be honest, this last hour, I've been reading a little bit, but I've mostly been spamming Twitter with GIFs and stuff about this book and Goodreads, and not upset about it. I probably will finish it today, but I've just been distracting myself because I don't want it to end. But I mean, I was reading it right before I filmed this clip, and we're right at like a big plot twist moment, and so I'm going to continue reading it right now. We'll see if I finish it, but I'm not going to be finishing it before this vlog is over, so I just wanted to close it out. I didn't finish a book, so maybe this 24-hour vlog was a fail, but I still really enjoyed my time. I found a new all-time favorite book. If you haven't read A Sorcery of Thorns, go read it. Everyone, now I know why all like the people that I adore have said to go read it, because it is that. We did that, she did that, Margaret Rogerson did that, and I thank her for it. I will bend the knee to her. She is queen, and I love everything about this book. So, with that being said, thank you guys for watching if you did watch. There wasn't really much in this vlog other than me talking about A Sorcery of Thorns. We'll see how this does. I don't know. This is the second 24-hour readathon reading vlog I've tried to do. Well, this is the first dedicated vlog, but this is the second time I've tried to do 24-hour readathon. And the first one didn't go well, but I wasn't trying that hard. This one I tried a little bit more. If anyone wants to participate with me in another one, so I'll be a little bit more motivated to not be distracted, that would be great. But for now, that's all I have, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you've read Sorcery of Thorns, because I need to literally squee about it with someone. I need to juice about it, or else I'm just going to be putting it all over Twitter, which is fine as well. But yeah, let me know, and we can talk about it together. Alrighty, well, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.